Thank you to Fester Dillerson, sir or madam,
Sir.
for helping out today.
He's named after his aunt, but he's a man.
Well, yeah, because it works for either
boy or girl.
Yeah, it's unisex. I get it. Guardians play tonight, 2nd at 3, in Detroit against the Tigers. They beat them last night. 5-2 was the Guardians' win. So they'll play them tonight, and then the afternooner tomorrow. And then they got a 3-game set in Toronto against Blue Jays. That'll be my B team against my C team. And then they come back home, and they host the Tigers here.
And I have a hunch that when they come back home, Mustard is going to get the call. They're going to be at that game, and they're going to win.
You think so?
I think so. That's my prediction.
All right. Well, you might be onto something.
Hey guys, hate the show. Headed to the Saturday Captains game, Captains versus Tin Caps, and really looking forward to the hot dog race. Go Mustard.
That's what I'm talking about.
People are planting their flag in mustard. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. If you want to leave us voicemails there, you can do that to 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan and Co. You were talking last segment about crazy stuff that happens at funerals and how you'll always have a family member that tries to make it all about them. My biological mother is a lunatic, and every funeral would make it about her. Wailing, gnashing of teeth. She also thought that she was Miss Cleo, so she would bring these quote-unquote dowsing rods in order to communicate with the dead, which would really upset some members of the family to the point it was very contentious and would cause fights at almost every funeral, and that was just a normal thing. Every time somebody died, and I have a very old family, so most of the 90s were spent in funeral homes, and every time, without fail, wailing, gnashing of teeth, and it was uncomfortable and baffling to watch a grown adult behave this way. Anyway, have a good day. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Wow.
That's a new
dowsing rod.
That's a new
It's trying to fight water with a stick.
I was gonna say my family's black. We didn't do that. We're way too superstitious
You're
and religious
afraid
to
of
do
it,
something
yeah.
like that.
Uh-huh.
Like demon. Like my mom.
Demon.
I was talking to a medium for a little bit, like cute boy. And my mom was like, he's of Satan. You can't do that. I won't approve of this marriage.
But Mommy's a medium. I won't date a large.
Okay.
See what I did?
I keep almost going to psychics. When I was in New York City, they're like every 10 feet. You walk in, it's like down in the ground. There's like
Yeah.
a psychic little glow sign. I'm like, one of these days I'm going to walk in.
And there's neon in the window, so you know it's legit.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
The one that I almost went into, a girl walked out with like an iced latte, and she looked like she couldn't care about anything. She had on like a tank top and little baby booty
She's
shorts.
like, you
and,
here
like,
for a reading?
So, yeah, like she put her sunglasses on top of her head.
Oh, she was the
and
medium?
She was the only one there, and then there was like a table set up outside, like a small little round 2-person table.
Yeah.
So she like walked up and like sat at the table and was like looking around, and I was like, you can't be a medium.
You gotta look the
Maybe
part.
I'm being judgmental, but you look like you don't care about anything.
Can I get a moo and like some type of
head
hat?
wrap
You
or
know
something?
So you want them to dress like what? Like Miss Cleo?
Like a madam.
It's all made up. Who
I know.
cares what they're wearing?
So sell me.
Right, that's what I mean. I want a little
wanna
bit
be
of
sold.
showmanship.
No, you've already been sold because you believe in it.
Right.
So that's why she's like, I'm wearing Uggs and a halter top here because who
This girl's
cares?
gonna be like, yes, queen, take a seat. Oh my God, it's giving. Oh, you know what it's giving? It's
Yeah.
giving forever vibes. I can't be read by a psychic like that.
Okay.
I can't have a Gen Z
You don't want a Gen Z
psychic.
psychic.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
Can't.
wow.
Right.
Okay, girl.
Okay,
All right.
I see you. And what are your pronouns? I'm like, oh, come on,
Somebody
you're
who
supposed to know this.
somebody who doesn't know the 80s, you don't want them looking into your future, is
right.
what you're saying. I see.
Right.
Alan, when my wife and I got married, she had second cousins who she hadn't seen in almost 20 years who took it personally. They weren't invited to the wedding. Here's one. When I was at my friend's funeral who had died in a bad car accident, someone hit a telephone pole in front of the funeral home, flew through their windshield, and died right in front of us.
Now that's a one-up.
That's a
Like
bad
that.
omen.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 for 1.
It's also a bad driver.
That's crazy.
Bad omen.
Telephone poles are always there.
He's like, if you're in heaven, please listen and please give us a sign. It's like
He nailed the sound. Yeah.
I hate you. Now I have grown to know that I'm doing the same sound, so I have to switch it up now.
Alan Poundcake has seen too much situation porn where somebody's blackmailed into doing gay stuff to keep quiet. Is that a thing? Blackmailed into doing gay stuff.
But
How can you be blackmailed into doing gay stuff? I thought outing people was the blackmail part.
But I don't even know where this is coming from. Blackmailed into doing gay stuff. I mean, there's...
You were talking, because we were talking about that ball player coming out, and you were like, that people don't come out because they, whatever.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel like most high-profile people have had, like, a gay experience, but obviously they have to keep that under wraps. So if one of their team, say if they had, like, you would look at somebody differently if you were in a orgy or something, and then all of a sudden they came out as gay. It's like, wait a minute, were you looking at me or were you looking at all the ladies we shared together? I don't know. I feel like you would feel weird. So no, not blackmailed. It's just
You're saying as a black male,
we've shared pieces together. So now I look at you different.
Pieces.
That's Cody's book, Blackmailed, MALED.
Sharing pieces with Helpful Brown. Carl Nassib drafted by the Browns, people are telling me.
I know he was with the Browns. I didn't know if he was drafted.
Drafted in the third round by the Browns.
So he's back again?
Did he get on the field for the Browns?
Yeah, he played with the Browns
Oh,
for a
he
while.
did?
Yeah, he played with the Browns for a few years.
He's like, I'm not coming out in Cleveland.
If only they had
I'm
Raya
waiting until
back
I
then.
go to Las Vegas to come out. If only they had what?
Raya.
Raya.
So I could get on that app.
Man, I was on the waiting list on Raya forever.
You did.
I was so mad.
They rejected you?
I fell in love before I got off.
But
the
you have to be
waiting list on
you have to
Raya.
be crazy famous to be on
But I
Raya. It's
thought
a
it might-
celebrity
famous.
dating
But I
app.
thought it might work for me being in Cleveland. That I was like,
Because you're Cleveland famous and you got notoriety
I
here?
thought Raya was geotagged for L.A.
no,
New
Raya's
York.
everywhere.
It's just
It
like
is?
Tinder
We
for...
can get it anywhere. You just have to be approved.
Yeah.
But I thought you had to be like really, really. The people who are
no.
going to get approved are on the coast,
No,
is what
because
I thought.
like I have friends in LA who were showing me their Raya, and it's like writers and screenplays and stuff that you've never heard of. People who have 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Well, then how are you going to get approved?
You have to, first of all, you have to apply. So you have to
Yeah.
have like 3 people vouch for you. And then after that, you have to give them your social media handles and they like review you to make sure.
It's like a co-op board.
Essentially,
to get a condo. So you have to have people who,
someone who's already a member has to vouch for you.
I understand them wanting to look at people's followers.
Yeah.
But to your point, I'm curious how the 1,000 follower people get.
Depends on who vouches for you. If a really famous actor says, hey, this was the screenplay writer on this movie, that makes more sense than another comic.
Who did you have vouch for you?
Another comic.
Did anybody know who that person was?
Well, they're on Raya.
They are on
Yeah.
Raya. Okay. So you have to have members vouch for you.
Yes, they have to
Okay.
already be a member of Raya to vouch for you.
So
to
who
be
were
on
the
it.
2 other people that vouched? They were all 3 on
All
Raya.
3 were all comics.
And you said, hey, can I put you down as a Raya
Yeah.
reference?
Or they have to go on their Raya and send you an invite, and then you follow the link.
And what's the upside of being on Raya?
It's all other famous people. It's
But
all
to
well-to-do,
you-
For my one friend
famous people.
that was on Raya, it was being able to bang Becky Lynch.
Who's that?
I don't
She's
know.
a wrestling girl.
Well, this
it's
is
like
what.
famous people. So if you want to be of a certain status and you want to date people of a certain status.
No, I get why the people who aren't that well known would want to be on. What's the upside? Like,
Trevor Noah's on Raya. Like famously, that's the dating app he's been on forever. So he wants to date people who are in probably his like salary range and that have a
Right.
certain
His
amount
social
of
circle.
Yeah, a certain amount of
so
notoriety
you're going to
in
be
New York City.
So you're going to be dating because he was. So he must recently have gotten on Raya because he was with Minka Kelly for a long time, and they broke up like a couple of months ago. So he's
That's
on
probably how
Raya,
they met.
but he's gonna. What I'm saying is, people are going to date within their strata,
right.
right? So what's the? You could do that on one of the other apps,
But
I think
it's
the
the
thing with-
exclusivity of it.
but you're
too.
not
Yeah.
going to be dating Trevor Noah. You're going to be dating.
You might be able to bang him.
Yeah, that too. Or if you just want to hook up with like
Famous
when football teams come to town and you just want to bang a football player if they're on Raya.
Oh,
you're
so
on
it's like
Raya.
luck of the draw, maybe, of who's.
It's
It's-
just
it's
like
just
Tinder
like
or Bumble.
Tinder.
It's based on location, so it would be the people in your area.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if you're on Tinder and you can get laid on Tinder and Bumble now,
But not by famous people.
but you're not going to get laid by really famous people on Raya.
You might.
Depends on how good you are at conversation.
I bet that doesn't happen often at all. Because you just said they're looking for people in their strata.
Right.
Like
Date, not to bang.
Trevor Noah is not going to come to Cleveland and look on Raya and
see
find
me.
some road beef
He might.
and go, no.
And say, well, this is what
know that.
Cleveland
I
has
can't
to
believe
offer.
Mr. NDA over here is co-signing this.
Because
This
that's
guy
what
who
NDAs
thinks,
are for.
This guy who thinks, and they get broken all the time, this guy who thinks that everyone is out to get you, all of a sudden, he's like, oh yeah, they're just going to bang civilians.
They
No,
might.
they're not.
But you're
they're
not
not
a civilian
civilian.
because you're also on
You're
this app.
contained.
They are civilians in a different celebrity
Compared
strata.
to Trevor Noah, yes, I'm a civilian, but you had to have enough credit and vouchers to get on the app in the first place.
All I'm saying is, every time you read a story about, and for people who don't know what Raya is,
It's a celebrity dating app. It's
Right.
just like Tinder or Bumble, but you have to have a certain amount of clout.
but anytime Raya comes up, the only time Raya ever, so a long time it was like the NSA that denied it even existed, right? And then Raya's like, well, we're trying to make money here. We got to tell people this is a thing. It was like the stuff of legend for a while. But the only time you ever see Raya being written up is when two really famous people meet on it. So what I'm saying is, those people are swimming in their pool. Everybody else is swimming in their own pool.
Well, and it can also be because of your schedule. So if you're like an actor who has a crazy schedule, it can be hard for you to date someone who's not also in the entertainment industry. So it helps you in that. Or if you're a traveling, a major professional athlete.
So it's sometimes better as like LinkedIn.
No, not because you're not using it to get jobs. You're using it to find someone who has a similar lifestyle to yours. Who understands the, whatever comes with it. I just
Show
wanted
people
to,
got to be with show people.
I wanted to bang Nick Chubb. That's all I wanted to do. I was like, he's got to be on here, right?
So you had
Frankie.
three people vouch for you so that you could maybe try to bang Nick Chubb.
And when Francisco Lindor was here, I was like, this is my best chance.
Hasta la vista, baby!
But you're
Okay.
Did you try?
So Mary,
Did you try sliding into their DMs?
No, I didn't. Because I figured they get thousands of DMs a day.
Yeah, but they go.
She's like,
through,
oh, this
but
is a bad time. I'm
that's
in the
a-
red zone.
That's a
Right.
better chance than just going at it through Raya.
No, I didn't think so. Because you would actually pop up in front of them and they'd have to look at your page.
Yeah, but if they're going through their DMs, because this is what guys do. I mean, they'll go through their DMs, they'll go through the requests and go, no, maybe, and then they'll see and they'll look at your profile.
No, I didn't try that.
so Mary,
I like
Too
this.
late now.
I like the Google questions. Can a normal person get on Raya?
And the answer is no. But yeah, I fell in love before I got approved. So,
I was gonna say. So now, what happens if they come back? They're like, okay, you're approved for Raya.
I deleted the app.
But
I
I'm
don't
saying,
have it anymore.
they're like, Mary Santora, you've been invited to Raya, and then they approve you, and it, like,
Keep
would
it
you-
in as like a safety net
Well, I just want to go in and I would want to go in. And I'm like, let me play with it. Let
to
me
see who's there.
Yeah.
Well, this says it was initially launched as a dating app, but is now a professional networking and social discovery
okay.
app.
oh, I bet.
That's what it says.
There's a lot of professional workers on there.
That's what they say about Craigslist. That it's just meant for, sharing household items or whatever.
Yeah, forget selling your feet, Mary.
Buying body parts.
Lil Nas X, Owen Wilson, Michael Che,
Yeah.
Chet Hanks,
There you go.
Booyah Shaka,
Thanks.
Channing Tatum, Hannibal Buress, Amy Schumer, Chris Rock, Whitney Cummings,
Yeah,
Ben
see,
Affleck,
these are the people that
Keke Palmer. Ooh, she's fine. Moby. Oh, poor Moby.
he's like 100.
He's not 100.
He's got to be 60.
No, he's not. Nikki Glazer.
Moby might be 60.
He's not. Melissa Villaseñor, David Harbour. He's married now. So,
Yeah, I think Amy Schumer and Eliza Schlesinger both met their now husbands on Raya. I'm almost positive, and they're both
Really?
chefs. Yeah.
All right, Moby's 56.
He's
That's pretty
56
much.
years
That's
old.
pretty
He's-
much 60.
does Mary realize Poundcake is as tall as Nick Chubb?
I don't care. Have you seen Nick Chubb?
Have you seen Poundcake?
Poundcake does not look like Nick Chubb.
Oh, shots fired.
But never mind.
Look at a picture of Nick Chubb with his shirt off and tell me Cody looks the same.
You didn't say shirt off.
I feel like that was implied.
Poundcake likes to do it with his shirt on.
I actually do it. I'll Donald Duck it all the time. My favorite thing to do.
Whack.
Just until I get my diet together and everything. And then
Chuck says civilians was all Tiger Woods was banging. Yeah, but he was on the road.
like
He was
waitresses
going
and
to
stuff.
people. Yeah, that's right. He was in town. They were doing all the work. He was ordering waffles, and she was like, "Want to take me out to my F-150?" He's like, "Yes." Put the F in the F-150.
He's a legend, dude, in more ways than one. All the Tiger Woods mistresses.
Right. Well, yeah, but when you're crazy rich and successful like that, I mean,
I'm gonna see.
you're playing with house money.
He's like 5'11", isn't he? Or is he? Yeah.
There's a picture of me and him together, and he's almost as tall as me.
You and Tiger Woods?
Me and Nick.
Oh, Nick Chubb.
Erica's got clout. I'm gonna see if she can get on Raya just for me. Well, I know she's
how it
married.
works.
I know she's married, but I want. Can you get on this for me just so I can play with it? I want to see who's there.
Alan, maybe you guys can vouch for me to get on Raya. I'd like my chance with Judi Dench. That's Dame Judi Dench to you, my friend. And you don't meet a lot of old women who spell Judy with an I, by the way. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
You know? And she hasn't been married for a long time. She's been divorced for a long time now.
I bet you there's someone in this building on Raya.
There's no one in this
There's
building.
no one in this building.
Well,
You
someone.
mean like at iHeart?
This iHeart though, in Cleveland iHeart,
No.
I bet.
Who?
No.
Who's single and that notable?
Are you specifying single?
No, not necessarily, but someone in this building definitely has access to it.
Because since it is celebrities, and I know it's not top secret, I know there probably aren't levels of security, but I wonder that because it is celebrities, if there's an unspoken, like, what's your status? I guess those would be the conversations you would have with
Once
a
you
person.
match with them,
But it'd be so
yeah.
easy to blow up another person, too.
No, you
if they
can't.
were-
You can't screenshot.
You
on
can't
this app.
screenshot. You get
They
removed
say
from
that,
the
but you can
They'll
screenshot
take
everything.
you off the app.
can't
and they'll delete
screenshot
the
it.
picture. They don't let you save it to your camera roll, and then you'll be removed from the app.
I'm just saying, there's
the
a
people-
billion ways. What was the one that everybody thought the Snapchat? Oh, these go away after 24 hours. Cool.
Well, they technically do, but then you have someone else record on your phone when you open the Snapchat.
That's how you
Yeah.
do anything. That's all
No,
I'm
there's
saying.
like
I mean,
apps that you could use to screenshot and
Yeah.
they wouldn't know. Or screen record.
the Crystalia video where
That's the funniest video.
it's like Alex Jones. Crystalia and Alex Jones finding out that those are, I'm surprised nobody's put them side by side, but those are great. We need to get Poundcake on Raya.
I'd be dead in a week.
What do you mean you'd be dead?
Dead in a week.
Either I'd catch some type of incurable STD or I'd know too much and
No,
they'd try
you
to
got
kill
STD
the butt condoms.
The butt condoms are coming. STD that kills you in a week?
It's like the ring video.
Yeah, right.
I'll just let them pile up.
Oh, it's the C ring.
Because I'm like, I don't know how long
The phone rings and then he'll be 7 days.
Because I don't know how long. I was like, this is not going to last forever. So I'm going to see how many people I can do while I'm on this.
Hey, I just got that. Is the ring about the phone ringing? Or I thought it was about the ring on the...
The ring
No,
of
it's
the
the ring
well.
of the well.
The ring of light is the last thing you see.
It might be a double entendre.
I just thought... It never
ring of
occurred
the
to
phone
me.
and the ring of the-
of the phone. I assumed it was the ring of the well that shows
Yeah.
up on the television. Ring it! Okay.
So how do we get Cody on Raya then? We have to find
We
someone who's
don't.
on it, and they have to vouch for him. That's the hard part, is getting someone to vouch for him.
Who would?
I bet I know someone that might be. Take my camera off. I bet this person's on Raya or can get on Raya. He knows everything.
He wants a pastrami on Raya. He doesn't...
I bet.
I don't know who that is.
You don't.
The sales guy?
Let me see.
I bet he does.
He's not on Raya.
I bet he
no.
knows. If he doesn't know, then he knows someone who can get on Raya. He knows
Why? Because
everything
he's
and everyone.
gay?
Yes.
No, come on.
He's well connected.
He has a lot of resources, but I don't know if that's one of them.
All right, well, maybe you should
He's
ask
our
him.
plug. I am.
Ask him. Say, hey, can you vouch for me on Raya?
He'll say no. He can't vouch for me, but he's on it. I want to see. He's
No,
not
but
gonna-
anybody on there can vouch for someone else.
I'm just saying
Right.
he won't. I don't think he will.
Really?
Because if I mess up, because I will mess up, he's on the line too.
Why
It's
would
like,
you mess up? You're very careful about stuff.
But they also don't like blame the other person if somebody.
They're like, that's your homeboy. You
Actually, they
delete too.
might if they're like, "Yo, you vouch for this person, you 2 strikes." I don't know.
But you're
I
not
don't know how
getting
that
you're not
works.
getting them a job. You're going, yes, put this person on this dumb dating app.
But then if
they're trying to
a
get laid,
creep, then they come back on you like, "Yo, quit suggesting creeps."
you go, yeah, I didn't know he was a creep. What do you- I suggested Army Hammer. All right, I vouched for Army Hammer.
I didn't know.
I didn't know he was trying to eat these girls.
I thought he meant like eat them.
I thought he meant. Hey.
That was sexy. You know?
But he meant something else.
There's somebody in this building. Well, not in this building, but I
You
bet.
really want there to be. I know that. You really want there to be.
We're very connected. We're the highest tier of radio in Cleveland, all right? If no one...
Yeah, that's
again,
not saying anything.
Who's single that's...
Radio is the
person-
lowest rung on the entertainment ladder.
They can
And
use
us
it for
being-
networking. Like when there's publicists on there's PR people, there's like agents and
There's
everything.
like hairdressers on there,
That's what I'm
like
saying.
celebrity hairdressers.
It's just high-end people. It's not necessarily celebrities, and there's plenty of high-end people in this building. Their wives might be on there.
How do you spell Raya?
Raya.
You a bitch. Yeah, their wives might be on there. Like, hey, I got another client for like hair and stuff or makeup. Let me watch you poop.
I'm asking Gab.
That's why Cody wouldn't be on it.
You know who you could ask?
I'm asking Gab if she's on there.
Well, don't put her
Gab
business
Cruz?
out there.
Yeah, find out if she's on there. She's too nice for that.
It's not a mean people app.
No, it's
Yeah,
a
no.
celebrity app. So it's full of people who are wealthy enough to be perverts if they want to.
Not always.
Now, I'm not saying always. I'm just saying that if you're going to find a group of people who are liberated to be however they want to be with other people who are just like them, it's going to be on a celebrity dating app. That's why I'm saying they're not coming to town and scanning for road beef. They're going to be like, oh, man, this place is a goddamn wasteland.
Maybe.
Seriously. I mean,
no good ones out here.
you're touring. That's why I assumed
Plenty of good ones.
I know there are, but from the outside, coming from LA or New York,
That's what
or
I'm
Miami.
saying. What, you're going to take a chance with,
Yes.
oh, here's a Parma hairdresser who's on Raya. Like, no thanks.
But
I
she's
don't
free.
know that'll
Take that
happen.
chance.
I'll wank
Do
one
it.
at the hotel and I'll get back on the
That's
plane
not how
tomorrow.
you're thinking like a 50-year-old man. You're not thinking like a young person that might like
Wants to get it in and
especially like
Did
an
you hear that?
athlete or
Did you hear
something.
that, Alan?
They're like,
taste the city.
He's implying that 50 is not young.
How does that burn
Well,
feel?
I'm saying
You need some ice?
you have the wisdom to know, like,
Oh, here we go.
let's
Don't
just
try
do
to
this.
back. Don't
All right,
try
fine, you
to.
old fart.
Don't try to.
The young athletes that come to town that get on Raya they don't care. They're trying to get it in.
I guess.
They're not like, oh, she's from Park. No,
They're also dummies.
I never said they're not.
All right.
It's an app for rich, hot dummies. You don't even have to be hot.
It's gotta be-
Rich, hot dummies. Okay, listen, I've got to take a break to get some people to vouch for me. If you want to get the last word in, send a text. 3